peeps, what's the deal? Today's video is about overtraining and possibly a quick training update with myself, because I haven't really been uploading too much these days. So overtraining is a hot topic in the world of lifting. Is it real? Is it not real? What is it? You know what I mean? A lot of misunderstandings with it. Well, the fact is, it is real. So if you're to define overtraining is basically you are overtraining your body's ability to recover. So you're training too hard for your body to recover from. But a common misconception is people think overtraining comes directly from weightlifting or going to the gym, when actually I saw a great video Elliot Holtz did years ago, so I'm going to rob his analogy. He basically said that you as a person or your body is like a pot of water, and all of life's stressors, like your job, girlfriend, bills, whatever, anything that provides stress to your body is basically a jug of water pouring into the pot. So imagine that you work, so take myself for example. I work in a restaurant. I work 40-hour weeks in a restaurant. Extremely active, very, very stressful, very mentally taxing and physically taxing. I wake up on a Monday morning and I can't even feel my fucking ankles, they're throbbing. That kind of thing. That is basically a very large jug of water, and that's pouring a shitload of water into the pot. As well as the training, that can lead to me being overtrained. So thank God I have a deload next week, because I really feel like I've been suffering from it as of late. So stress in your job, that's a big contributing factor to overtraining. Lack of sleep. If you're getting no sleep, like you need to be getting at least 8 hours. Yeah, I did a video on it, last video on it. You need to be getting to bed before midnight. You need to be getting 8 hours of sleep, or else you're going to be waking up tired, pissed off, and basically you're just going to be lethargic for the day. So that's another thing. So basically, if you're working in a stressful job, you're not getting enough sleep, and you're training fucking hard, there's a very good chance the pot's nearly going to be overflowing. But what's another thing that would add water to the pot? Well, nutrition. So a lot of people like, oh God, I'm feeling sore, I'm feeling whatever. Obviously your body will adapt to DOMS after a certain amount of training, but are you letting it recover with the adequate nutrition? You know what I mean? Are you hitting 1 gram to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight? Are you getting at least 2 grams of carbs per pound of body weight, and then maybe like 0.5 grams of fat per pound of body weight? If not, then there's really no excuse there, you know. That's you're just not recovering. You're not letting your body recover. You're not giving it the fuel to recover. So quick recap. So as I said, the analogy, imagine yourself as a pot of water. Imagine each of life's stressors as a jug of water. So you've got training, nutrition, sleep, job, any other little stresses you could think of, they're all adding water to the pot. So how do you control them all? You control them by auto-regulating what you're doing. So if you have worked 40 hours and you're trying to come in and do, I don't know, let's take for example, very basic German volume training, 10 sets of 10. So try and come in after a week's work and do 10 sets of 10 on squats. It's not really going to go down well. So how do you auto-regulate that? Well, you could just cut it back. Just cut back the sets, get the work done, you know. Don't use being tired or being fatigued as an excuse to miss training. Just use it as a way to alter what you're doing. Don't be scared to deviate from the plan a little. Just get the work done. And lastly, the most important point to take away from this is the good majority of you aren't overtrained. You're not overtrained. Get that into your head. Don't use it as an excuse. Don't miss training sessions. Yeah? Always show up. No matter what, show up. If you're fucking hurt, show up. Do something. The majority of bros will always say, oh, I did an extra 2 sets of this, or I didn't get adequate whatever. The fact is, you need to stop being a bitch and eat some steak and get your recovery. You're fine. Overtraining is not a myth, but it is definitely not a reality for the good majority of people. Now, moving on quickly, now that I've covered a small bit of overtraining, just reflecting on this week's training. So this week, you may have, I haven't really kept up to date with uploads a lot, been sort of uploading a lot to Instagram if you follow me on that, but in terms of YouTube, I feel I've left a few people in the dark. So this week was the realization phase of the 8s wave. So everything was in the 8 rep range, and then this is the last week of a 3-week phase. So yeah, I'm basically going all out on my sets. So today is OHP day. It's Sunday, and then I've done my other 3 sessions. So Monday's deadlift session, I think I can't even remember what weight, I think it was 155 kilos, and it was 11 reps I hit or something like that. I actually hit 11 reps on everything, and the standard is 8. So once I go 3 reps over, I think that pushes up my maxes by 7.5 kilos each. So Monday's deadlift session was 11 reps on SUMOs, and then some good assistance work done there. The bench session went quite well. I'm quite happy with my benching. Like, an increase in my body weight has severely helped that, and a change in technique. So you notice I'm pausing on my chest now. I haven't done any touch and go benching, and I think my pause bench has caught up to my touch and go bench, which I may have mentioned in a recap. But yeah, so very happy with that. SPOTO press is feeling good. Next phase, the main assistance work is going to be pausing on the chest for a longer period of time, and some close grip benching, so getting rid of the SPOTO press for the next phase. Then the squat day. Squat day felt quite good. My squats have felt like shit. They felt like shit for this whole training cycle, I believe, and it's something to do with the program. I think it's just like working long hours, and I've been very fucking lazy with not recovery, but mobility and flexibility, basically not stretching my hips and my glutes enough, feeling very tight in the squat, so not like struggling, really pushing myself to hit depth when I shouldn't really need to. All I need to do is fucking take a couple of days a week to stretch. But it went fine. The squat session itself went fine. 157.5 kilos for 11 reps. Probably left 2 or 3 reps in the tank, but I did that on purpose. Obviously, the more reps I go over the standard, which would have been 8 this week, the higher my maxes go and the heavier I have to go in the next training cycle. So I'm being realistic. Left it at 11, and that will push up my squat by another couple of kilos to the next phase. So that went quite well. Another thing I want to touch on, changed up my assistance work for squats this week. So you may have seen in the video you're looking at here, lunges. Big, heavy lunges. Yeah, look at the barbell. It's 60 kilos on the barbell. You pick it up off the floor, put it over my head, put it on my back, lunge 10 reps each side, slow and controlled, deep, and then pop it off my shoulders, put it back on the ground. That's kind of an example of real world strength. I've seen a lot of guys do lunges and they need to put it on a rack and shit like that. You need to be working on stuff like that. If you can't pick 60 kilos off the floor and put it on your back, you've got fucking problems. So yeah, that's it's something I like doing. It's good. Basically, I'm gonna break it down very simply. Did some box squats, obviously, as my other assistance work, but I need to just break it down to fucking going hard on basic movements like that. Box squats, pulse squats, lunges. That's the basis of my assistance work. Getting more and more specific as I go into the training cycle. So yeah, quite struggling to walk really after that session, but no, feeling good. Lunges felt great. And then today I'm on an OHP day, so I'll let you know how that goes. I'm not sure if I'll do another recap. I think I've recapped most of the training for this week. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, because I put a lot more stuff on Instagram than I do on YouTube, but I think I'm due to be getting a new camera in the next month or two, saving up for that. So yeah, the YouTube channel will be getting better and better, but Instagram is the big one at the moment. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.